The subway doors slammed shut just as Daniel rushed in, breathless, his young daughter Mia clinging tightly to his hand. It was one of those freezing Toronto mornings where everything felt rushed, heavy, and unforgiving. He had already been late dropping Mia at school, late for his delivery shift, and now this crowded train felt like the final test of a life that never seemed to slow down. But what happened next would change everything, not just for him, but for someone he never imagined crossing paths with. Daniel was a single father, juggling 2 jobs just to keep a roof over their heads. Ever since his wife passed away 3 years ago, it had been just him and Mia against the world. Every day was a battle: bills, exhaustion, guilt, but MIA's smile kept him going. That morning, however, something felt different. Across the subway car, a woman in a long coat gripped the pole tightly, her face pale, her breathing uneven. At first, no one paid much attention. People in the city had learned to mind their own business. But Daniel noticed. Maybe it was the way her hands trembled, or the quiet panic in her eyes as she looked around helplessly. Then suddenly, she let out a soft cry and doubled over. "Are you okay?" Daniel asked, instinctively stepping forward, Mia holding onto his jacket. The woman shook her head, barely able to speak. I think. The baby." The realization hit him like a shockwave. She was in labor. Right here. On a moving subway. Panic spread through the car, but no one moved. Some stepped back. Others froze. But Daniel didn't have time to think. He had no medical training, no plan, but he had a heart that refused to stand still when someone needed help. "Mia, sweetheart, stay right here," he said gently, guiding her to a seat. "Everything's going to be okay." He turned back to the woman, kneeling beside her. "Listen to me. We are going to get through this. You're not alone." The train kept moving, the next stop still minutes away. The woman cried out again, louder this time, and Daniel knew there was no waiting. He removed his jacket, folding it carefully beneath her. His hands trembled, but his voice stayed calm. "Just breathe. I've got you." Minutes felt like hours. A stranger nearby called emergency services, while another handed Daniel a scarf. The woman clutched his hand, her fear slowly giving way to trust. And then, in that loud, crowded subway car, something incredible happened. A baby's cry filled the air. For a moment, everything went silent. Then relief, shock, and emotion flooded the space. Daniel carefully held the newborn, wrapping the tiny, fragile life in his jacket. The woman's eyes filled with tears as she looked at her baby, and then at Daniel. You saved us," she whispered. By the time the train reached the next station, paramedics were waiting. The woman and her baby were rushed to the hospital. And Daniel, still in shock, went on with his day, thinking that was the end of it. But it wasn't. 2